But moving on to the matters arising, of course, as I said earlier, it's the international break, and one thing we know about international break is say risk they involved.
Yeah.
On to say our favorite players are leaving the clubs and are going to represent their countries and
Yeah.
could face all manners of wahala,
I know.
ranging from injury to suspensions.
Yeah.
And a major club that would have said they suffered this particular gbese would be Arsenal, as they lost Calafiori and Odegaard to seemingly minor injuries, but injuries regardless, as Martin Odegaard will now be missing the North London derby. More on that later in the show. But Real Madrid also suffered a bit of injury, as Eder Militao, the military man as we know him,
Abi.
has also been sidelined due to his commitments for Brazil. And Bruno Guimaraes also got injured in the warm-up routine for Brazil as well, meaning he will also miss Newcastle's next game as things stand. So let us talk about that as we progress in these things. The
Yeah.
international break and the fact that football has continued to evolve and now footballers are playing way more games, way more games than one would normally indulge in the season. So like, what do you feel say people feel do? Maybe if you counter this thing, or how can clubs protect their assets?
Yeah, you know, the first thing and foremost thing I say, we all know now, say the ball will start, will start to the wash. Depend on when you start. Like me, we start for the mid 2000s and all those things, or all those kind. We know, say, now certain love for players who would like to see our players they perform week in, week out, every time they do. But now, when you don't bring in so league, so league, increase the Champions League game, all for financial purposes, which I understand that okay, we now want to make more money. But the thing is that if you are going to be making more money from these things, all these players they need a say. De Bruyne was having a conversation, Kevin De Bruyne. He talks say players no get say. It's just like they are robots. You tell them say okay, you want to bring this, say they go come play the game. Lack of quality go dey drop because these people are exhausted. They know they fit deliver like how you want me to deliver, because if you dey increase all those games, look at a small like a small club now wey no fit spend money like a Real Madrid, like a United, or like a Chelsea dem, or an Arsenal. How you wan take cope wey you no fit go spend to get the squad depth to fit dey rotate? So you are going to be using players wey be say all the time, and you are wearing them out, and they are prone to injury. And now international break, you take them there, you bring a Nations League, which to me, I don't see the essence of that tournament. If you have the World Cup, have the Euros already, have Copa America, have a couple of tournaments where we already love for a long period of time. This Nations League is just meaningless, because now Euros, people wey dey perform for Euros see dey perform for the Nations League. What is the purpose of the tournament? So, but as we see, I feel say they go still dey continue to bring this different competitions to just make all these players dey showcase themselves. So, but for my own humble opinion, I just feel say the FIFA and the whole bodies for football, they just need to look into these things to make sure these players are able to put in good performances and at least low injury risk. So I just the thing which I see across the board. I just the thing.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's so many games being played, and a lot of footballers have voiced out their complaints and what they feel about the matter. But again, it's still just like that, and people bring up the excuse of they're getting paid serious money. But then again, if you pay so much, and then at the end of the day your body breaks down, what's the point?
What's the point?
Earning all that money. They say health is wealth, and the healthier you are, it also reflects on every other part of your existence. So like the less healthy you are, which means your pocket won't be so healthy no matter how much you make. Imagine spending all that money to spend it on doctors and all these kind of things. So it would be nice if the football world actually looked into it and tried to find a way to, I mean, because they've made a lot of changes anyway. Now there's 5 substitutions, and there's different things that they
Yeah,
used
a lot
to.
of cooling breaks
Yeah,
now.
there's a lot
So,
of things, but
yeah,
it's still a lot of games.
yeah,
It's fun for the fans
yeah,
because we get to watch our team more
yeah,
in a week. Not United fans though, because yeah, we are not really interested in watching United all the time because of who is at the helm at the moment. But still, people get to see the team that they support more often than not, and
yeah,
that's a good thing. But it would still be nice if the people that entertain us are able to get their time off and are able to relax their bodies and properly recover. It's for the
yeah,
best, really, because
yeah,
it's kind of schedules like this that the players get burnt out real
yeah,
quickly, and then when it comes to important club games, because you only get to represent your country every once in a while.
yeah,
Some people never ever get to represent their countries at the top stages. People like Haaland and Odegaard are probably never going to get to the Euros or the World Cup ever. And then it's your club you play for most of the time, and then you're playing like 3 times a week. Before
yeah,
you know it, you're burnt out before you're even 30.
yeah,
So it's this kind of things, man. So I really believe that the footballing organization, the football world, should find a way to talk about a way to balance these things
yeah,
out. But in other things that happened this week, Mikel Arteta has renewed his contract at Arsenal for another 2 years from next year,
hmm,
which means that now he is going to be Arsenal's manager till 2027. Of course, Arsenal look like they've actually rediscovered a bit of their early 2000s form, where they are now becoming a formidable force in the land, even though they
yeah.
still haven't won anything substantial till date. But two
At
five
least they
five
are
five
getting there.
two 555 stainless plates and one FA Cup. But we'll take it because currently they are the only teams that quote unquote push City all the way till the final day, but they come away with the same thing: tears and gnashing of teeth. So how do we see this whole Arteta um, situation playing out? I mean, Arsenal are back to being the noisiest team in London,
Yeah,
and their team are actually playing very amazing football with a bit of what you'd call a motley crew
yeah,
that Arteta has kind of put together, and they've become a very formidable team to play against because you may hate them, but the team is good. There's nothing you can do about that. The team is
yeah,
good. They've got the right characters in the right places,
yeah,
and they're good. They're actually good. You
yeah,
just love to hate them, but they're good. You just have to put your hands up and say that. So,
yeah.
does this look like a much more glorified Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reign, or
Hmm.
do you actually think that Arteta could, in a sense of in a miracle from God situation, snatch up the league or
Yeah.
something? What do you see this as?
Uh I'm not even going to. I'm not going to even try to say make I speak from his perspective of a national fan, but I go just as a football fan. You know when he came 5 years ago, I'll be saying almost 6 years now. So um, at least one thing that Arsenal fans can count on Arteta for, now say he don't bring them from a level where be say Arsenal from being the mockery team where everybody dey use as banter club, to the level where be say people get very high expectation for Arsenal to win the league and to win something. So he has been able to bring that and bring a very, very like a street dressing room and as in performance from those players. So the expectations now they're very high. So at least that one is a credit to Arteta for him to actually come and reform that team the way he don't play out. But at least signing this contract now, you know, saying they're under very extreme pressure to
Mhm.
deliver. Not delivering in terms of match day, but at least delivering to the final day when you feel win something. Not be just to the play, eye test, the
Aesthetics.
aesthetically, they please your fans, but you know they please the people where they off with trophies and fans.
You're not giving anybody bragging rights.
Uh-huh.
You're just
So
passing like
there is
this.
always so long where you feel uh, support manager wey dey do that kind of thing. So I think in this next couple of years now for him to sign, he knows where him dey under. I have to deliver
Mhm.
because it's not even only just from the board now. The players sef wey dey play for am get where they go play reach. Saka go, they say, how far I don't play half of my life. I never win spoon. I never even win shovel or anything.
We don't win plates.
Saliba go say,
Saka don't win plates now.
But he need spoon to take up for the
If
place.
he use hand.
So, but the thing I say, all the players go begin say, oh, we dey born our age for here. We need to go, if na bigger club, to go achieve something. So, I think it's a good deal for Arsenal because he's a good coach. He's a very good coach. So, but at least now, Arsenal fans should be looking at least the way forward. Okay, now you have spent 3 more years or 2 more years. What's the next way forward? So that's what I'm
Well, we have 3 more years of Arteta, which means that we have 3 more years of Arsenal probably suffering from another case of almost syndrome, which will be very interesting because for another 3 years we get to continue to throw them with the fact that you almost.
never
It will be
did.
very, very interesting for we, the member of the Witches Oye and the Haters Incorporated.
Witches,
Witches.
great
We are always very, very happy to have people that almost get there but just can't seem to finish the job or cross over the line. And since the Gbese has already started, because for a team that rarely suffers injuries to key players, Odegaard is injured, Yannis and Merino is injured, Calafiori is injured. Who knows who my goodness?
That Odegaard sign, because obviously Odegaard is the only person within that club we no get replacement. You understand?
Of course, they have a replacement.
Who be the replacement for Odegaard? Where they almost even half of the talent level.
They have Ethan Waneri.
My brother, that's where I feel say they even made mistake to show say they're not ready this season.
No, Arsenal are ready.
Because
they signed Calafiori. Big Cala.
Okay, that's very good. Not be
Ronaldo seems to be taking a lot of the headlines this international break as he ended up becoming the first person to score 900 official goals.
He didn't want my goods.
And then he didn't just stop there. Ronaldo continued the lesson with goal 901. So he is now outrightly the highest goal scorer in world football in official games in history, overtaking the likes of Pele, Baikan, and other people that claim to have continued to score goals from the womb and in their backyard, as well as in monkey posts. But all of their goals do not count except in official games. So let's talk about that first. On Ronaldo becoming the highest goal scorer that the game has ever seen, the most lethal, the most dangerous, the most awesome. Give me another one.
Which word I want to use?
The most devastating, the most diabolical, the most precise.
I not be Shakespeare. If not, I forgive you.
The most penetrative. Sorry, that was a bit off. But still, a see goal he puts out for net. That's what he does.
What I go also say?
901 at 38 years old.
We say 38, I be 39.
He's even 39, which means he may even score 1,000 before we even close.
See, what I want to talk now, say, this man for so long, I don't know why I feel say a lot of people now they disrespect the legacy where they before them.
No, of course, yeah.
I think he's one of the most disrespected figure. I think because of the brilliance of Messi, people can undermine the player who Ronaldo be. People they forget who this guy actually be. You understand? When we have a player where we say he no get weakness. Everything for a locker na 100. You understand?
Except World Cup.
We are saying a player where if he score with head, left foot, right foot, any part of his body, there's no way where you bring any style come where he go feel make Ronaldo no play. Or make him no score goals, or make him no fit perform to the fullest. And you know you cannot say that for the other man because that one is already all your ability they left. But we not say he left the left way. But when you know the left around, everything they go left.
That left, if you know how many people it has left behind.
You understand? But everything if you go left, is that left, no left way.
Yeah, well.
You understand? So the thing I say, but I think people they always say, he's just a goal scorer. He's just a goal scorer. Many
people forget that Ronaldo was actually at some point classified as a midfielder.
What did they talk
people tend to forget that. And then
when Manchester United they play the old school 4-4-2 way, when they play for the right before, then they can't come the main left, see they perform with the Rooney and Tevez up front. Now midfielders they record it now. If not be now wait 4-3-3 and everybody want to do the 10-8 or 6 and all this bullshit. My brother, we had a player where be say this was a young winger wey come United as a skiller. He was he was a magician in
I
the
mean,
wing.
he didn't even start scoring in the Champions League to 2007.
You imagine
2007.
This
That means
man-
he started scoring in 2007.
you understand? And we all know everybody for United that time. I was never a fan that time. I became a Ronaldo fan when he come Madrid. You understand? But watching those games for football, he now named already. So, but watching those games that season, mostly the 2007 and 8 season, you understand, which is arguably not, if not the best in the bid that season we person don't get for this Premiership, this Premier League. And that man, what he did that season, the different variety of goals with that guy they score. Not be this one where Alan go dey the tap ball or Salah go dey the cut from wing. We are talking of free kicks, we are talking of headers, talking of step overs, talking of once shoot from outside range. Everything mean get am. So but now because of the later stage of career, everything because the guy he be now I want the year say he na just poacher, he na this one. If he easy to poach, go poach 901 goals now. Nobody tell you. But leave those people abeg. And if na Ronaldo, it matter dey my head.
Yeah, but in as much as Ronaldo is doing a lot of on the field talking, he has also been doing a lot of off the field talking.
So,
One of the conversations he actually did follow up with
Yeah.
was one about the club that did expose him to the world as a whole, talking about the mentality of Manchester United, saying that the things that have been said about the club in recent weeks, both by club captain Bruno Fernandes and head coach Eric Ten Gary, as many of us call him, Ten
Yeah.
Shag, or Seven Hag.
some people they call am
That's what they call am,
you get one place I hear they call her Jessica. I don't know why they call her Jessica.
So he has many names, but we know he's bald anyway, and
I
he
don't
was
know
he's probably the worst bald manager in the league, but that's okay. He said that these things are unacceptable for a club of the caliber of Manchester United,
Yeah.
and obviously many United fans still following on that rift from the break up in 2022 before Ronaldo started the Saudi Arabia exodus, where he became the first big name to move from a European team into Saudi Arabia, sparking the exodus into Saudi Arabia by many other top European names.
Yeah.
But the question still remains, what exactly is the Man United mentality? And why are people still holding on to this grudge from 2022 in December? Considering that if you look at it objectively, they've both done well in their different rights.
Wow.
Ronaldo and United, they've both done okay in their different
I beg
rights.
explain for me.
Because Ronaldo at Al Nassr, him being brought there was probably to become a nuke to overturn the monopoly that is Al Hilal. And Al Hilal have continued to hold the top of the mountain, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Since Ronaldo has got to Saudi Arabia, Al Nassr has still not gotten the better of Al Hilal once.
Yeah.
Al Hilal still have some powers they have not touched.
Yeah.
Some powers are still not touched yet.
Yeah.
They're just keeping them.
Yeah.
But they can still deal with the threat of Ronaldo in Al Nassr.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough to Al Nassr's credit, they've won one trophy since Ronaldo's been there.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the trophy, but they've won one.
I don't even remember any name.
But I know they've won one trophy because I actually do follow.
Yeah.
I follow.
And then all the scores that they look.
But then United, in their
watch that
own right,
game.
they finished third that season that Ronaldo left, performing even better after Ronaldo left
Oh
as
my
well.
God, which kind of stuff you are
Winning
again?
2
Which time
trophies.
you performing well
No,
What
I'm
thing are they
just saying.
performing?
I'm just saying, like it's
Which
objective.
what-
It's objective analysis.
My brother, no, they perform.
It's
anything.
objective
This man is-
analysis. It's
see,
objective analysis.
you want go in or make I go in?
It's objective analysis.
Because let me tell you something. When they speak of say the mentality of una club dey down, because if you watch the video throughout the whole duration of I think 9 or 10 minutes, in the talk say how Ten Hag, a coach of Manchester United, will come out and say that I cannot compete for the league or the Champions League. That a United manager should not be saying that.
Can he compete for the league or the Champions League? Though?
If
Let's be
okay,
honest.
okay,
Let us be honest. Can he compete?
Even if realistically we know say United no fit compete, but it's not the manager job to fit dey come outside dey talk say man you
So
no
who
fit
should say
compete.
it?
You think say you
Who
think
should
say
say it?
you no fit talk am
Who should
because
say it?
nobody should say it. The players, the coach, because this is a big club. See, I don't even sure say Ten Hag know where in dey.
Okay.
I'm not saying nowhere in there because you are talking of a United. Because there was a video I was watching for some fan base when they were trying to make a United all 11. So, like all 11 all time. So it reached the time for them to get strikers. When I saw the array of strikers who don't play for me, I'm like, guys, United don't get players. From and they see Mark Hughes, Berbatov, Van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. See, others them Mark Hughes, they know they make am. Depending on who you speak with, but in general, to me, Rooney should be there. Ronaldo, you understand? That's to show the quality and the history of what United don't get. And you being a manager there, there's no way where you want to tell them say they no fit compete, even if they know. But you saying it, what be the hope as a manager? Because you a manager,
I believe this thing should be a case of looking at what you have and then just basically saying what it is.
With the players when you don't sign,
he has signed a lot of players.
Then you will see the thought
Ten Hag has signed
a
a lot of players. Relax now. Ten Hag has signed a ton of players, and this is not me trying to excuse Ten Hag by saying that what he said was correct or anything. United have more or less a very, very tailored squad because Ten Hag has had 3 years at the club now, and everybody he has signed for the first 2 years were his signings, right?
Yeah.
They were his signings because he got full control of who he wanted to sign.
Yeah.
So he told them, I want to sign this person, I want to sign that person, I want to sign this person, I want to sign that person. Now he got who he wanted for the first 2 years, and then this third season, there was a footballing structure put in place, and then now he has to now start signing the players according to what he wants to play. So which basically means that these players may not be his signings, but they are signings that were brought to follow the style that he wants to play. And if there's one thing that the first 3 games of this season have shown, particularly the second and the third game, it's that Ten Hag has no style. Because
3 years and no style.
No, he has no style of play.
It's
very obvious this season, especially in the second and third game, that he has no style of play. Now, what this goes to show is that at this moment, I think he has come to terms that he's out of his depth, and then he's basically now rubbing off that particular mentality on the players. Because if you look at the whole thing now, the club at this moment is defeated. There are a lot of things wrong at the club, at the basic level. United is the biggest club in England. In terms of stature, in terms of trophies won, in terms of legacy. Right? Now, it's so awesome that United, even in Europa League season, the season that you're not even playing in Champions League, were able to pull the players that they did.
Which players? This player say they're pull now.
People like De Ligt and Mazraoui didn't want to play for anybody.
But nobody wants to sign them, my brother. You went for, and you need to understand one thing. Those players when you sign at Ten Hag, man.
Not necessarily.
Those players played on Ten Hag now.
Zexi didn't play on that Ten Hag.
But
didn't play on that Ten Hag.
They're not Ten Hag. They're not Ten Hag.
Just 2 of them, no.
I mean, majority of Ten Hag signing now players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Majority of them are. There are people that either played in Ajax
or they played
in Netherlands. Now, this particular narrative that you just brought up. If we look at Klopp's time at Liverpool, let us now call the players that one either played in the Bundesliga or were German or played on that club.
We play for Germany.
German players, Bundesliga, or played on that club. Look at the players that Klopp signed and tell me that. Just try and count how many of those players that Klopp signed from day one would have followed those criteria, and then you see that it's not a matter of Ten Hag signing people from Netherlands.
No. See, the difference
it's just a matter of signing players that you are familiar with. That's what it is.
That was my point before you speak now. Ten Hag, those players are coming not necessarily. Upper Man is a big club. You're not going to erase issue. But the thing I say, when you are a player, you also see put into consideration say I don't play with this manager before. I go dey comfortable. I go fit start up easily, and he know my ability. If now he know how to push my button,
More
before I
like
play.
I know the
So
manager's style, and then if he plays me in this position, I'll be
I
able
go
to play what I
I
was
go
playing
play
that
wetin
time.
you dey play that time. But my brother, all these players wey you know, none of them don't play that pattern, my brother. None of them. So now that one is defeated already. You don't pack all your boys. It's not. You remember for you to sign your son if you have a son. But all of the tactics never work. But
He
okay
doesn't
now,
even have tactics in the first place. Let's
look,
start from
see
there.
slot wey be say 3 games now you don play. You could see the style, even if na say the same players wey club be use. Okay, yes. But you can see say the way they possess ball now, different from club was mark, get the ball. But now they possess the ball where the movements are different. You could see the way the man after press conference they talk about the spaces where they see for man. Just literally another coach they tell you about wetin he see for na team wey make am tear una. So it's just there's no way when they want to paint Ten Hag say this man a righteous man. My brother, you are 80% the problem with that club. You don't have his tactics. You have brought all your sons to come and play for you. But my brother, the playing is not playing. Nothing they solve. So
This is not playing.
this is not playing. So this Southampton game, my brother, if you don't win it,
Not just not win it, you have to win and win by a landslide.
you have to win convincingly. When man you go see say, oh, we play them well. Not say they will play them. Then man you come get one lucky goal score. No. If you play them well, dominate them, win it like 3-0, then maybe the upper game comes go from there, Europa League and all those things. But my brother, I think the mentality thing that Ronaldo was talking about, obviously we all
I
know
mean,
that
the
it's not there.
mentality has to be there, but then you can't see every other person in the league doing as well as they are doing. Because for me, in my honest opinion, this season is the hardest Premier League season I've ever seen.
This season, what was
This
that?
season that we are in now
Okay.
is the hardest Premier League season I've ever seen. Because as it stands right now, we have no idea who is going to do anything.
Who go win?
We have no idea
No, I
yet.
get idea.
No, I mean, we can say it's City.
Yeah.
We can say it is City.
Me, I know.
But then if
City
you've
go win
seen
am.
the way City have played
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah.
and then you compare it to the other people that have actually started the season very strongly, you now begin to see the people that are not yet up to standard yet, probably due to some things like the coach is still trying to get his ideas through to them, or they are just in a transitional phase and something like
Yeah.
that. If you look at those teams, particularly guys like Brighton, guys like Fulham, guys like West Ham, if you look at those teams, you can begin to see that even if they are not going to win the league or be in the top 4 or 5, they are still going to cause problems and will be defining
that one na
games.
constant.
No. Because normally, as at last season, you could say that these are the teams that would be the defining teams for everybody
Yeah.
in a season. You could say that, okay, no matter how it wants to be, Brighton will cause a problem if you
Yeah.
go to the Amex. Brighton will cause a problem. If you go to Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace will cause a problem. Or if you go to this place or this place, these people will cause a problem. But now there are more teams that you just know from what they've shown so far. These people are going to be like proper defining teams.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is that Premier League, you rarely have something like a better last season. And every season that follows the previous season is harder than the season that comes before.
Yeah.
No matter how you want to look at it, that's the way it has always been.
Yeah.
The Premier League has a harder next season than the former season. That's just the way it is. So, as I said, there's so much to look forward to. And then you look at the progress that those people have made. And then you see the way United have started. The game against Fulham, pretty good game. They got everything right and then everything. And then in game 2, they were found out. And then they had no plan B.
Then game 3,
So
they were destroyed.
why do you now go into it? Why do you go into a season with one game plan and then the game plan is outdone and then you don't have an alternative? And then there are people in mid-table that have like 4 game plans for one game. So you now begin to wonder, how do you even compete?
The manager is a stupid man.
That is the fact. It's the fact. And like me, I've been like, they should throw him away as long as I can remember. But if they decided to stick with him, then I don't know. I believe that that's the one thing that Ineos got wrong in the summer. But I think they have their contingency plans anyway. Not like as if I'm on board with it. But what the hell? We'll take what we can get. And I believe that should be it on the matters arising.